Alright, over at the chicken pen, doing really good. You see how many chickens are in the box? There's 2 in that one. 2 working on that one. But anyway, I was worried because I don't have any perches at the top, but they use the top and the bottom. And it's working really good. So we move this 3-4 times a day. You can see where it was here. You can see the grass is much shorter. We do have one leaking water nipple. They drink off a nipple from here. Multiple nipples. That seems to cause a bit of ruts in their yard. So over time, we're not going to want that, of course. But aside from that, does a great job cutting grass and fertilizing. So this is last night's spot where they were. And then they've been over here already. Now, this longer section, they were a week or so ago, 2 weeks ago. So it really comes back fast. And we already crisscrossed this last year with the little chicken tractors. And you can kind of tell, I don't know if you can see it on camera now, but there's dark spots where they were last year. So that makes a big difference. Long term though, we want this down there in the pasture. Once we modify it a bit so that the sheep and stuff can't eat it, we need to put some kind of electric shepherd around here. But it'll help fertilize our pastures. And the more we do that, the more we will... Thought I just saw an egg. There's an egg. The more grass it'll grow. The more grass it'll grow, the more animals we can put on it. The more animals we can put on it, the more manure we get. Means more grass again, and it just keeps growing from there. All right, get that egg out of there. I thought I saw 2 eggs, but now I only see 1. Oh, there's another one. Right there. 2 eggs. Waylon already collected a bunch more. There's another one there. 3 eggs. That one's really warm. Anyway, they'll just keep laying. Justin told me yesterday. So typically speaking, a really good laying chicken will lay about 6 eggs a week. Every 7 days, you get about 6 eggs. And we have 92 chickens in there, and he thinks we're getting close to 100 eggs a day. So there's chickens laying more than an egg a day. So that would be phenomenal if it's true. But they do have like the best conditions possible. They've got unlimited food and water, good quality food and water, and they also got unlimited grass to eat. Sunshine, summertime, you know, peak production. So very, very good. Duckies and geese are growing like crazy. I haven't been over here in a while. Just wandering around with Waylon. So yesterday he decided they needed to be able to come out. So he built this little porch, I guess you want to call it, for them just to start coming outside because it's a little warm in here. We're waiting for them to get a little bit bigger, and then they're going to be able to roam around in the grass. And they eat a lot of ticks and bugs around the house.
Для пресс-подборщика Венгер РП для нас. Пружины есть и эти штуки есть. Мне их присылали откуда с Ростова. Мы их меняли уже.
Ready to go. It's exciting.
Твой телефон.
Вы не говорите по-русски?
Не, надо тебе говорить, ты пиши мне телефон и все. И адрес запишешь. Поедем в ту сторону, заедем. У нас родители с Лыскова. Лыскова, знаешь где?
Looks like the baler has arrived. And like always, it's a family affair. They're all watching this baler arrive.
Alright everybody, we are in the shop finally getting something done. I've been hoping to get done for a long time. You could tell it is hot out here. I am sweating. We're not complaining though. Summer is in full swing. We're getting ready in here for concrete. Gonna pour the outside 10 feet first. And then afterwards pour the inside. So we got our stakes set. We graded it. We're not done yet obviously. And we're gonna pack the sand real hard. And right now I'm putting in form boards with the boys. So we've got them all laid out. We're just setting the heights right now with the laser. This is still the DeVoe laser. It's still very, very happy with this thing. It works like a charm. And we've done a lot of projects with it. So we're just getting it set right now. And then we'll finish our grading of the sand, get everything packed, and then we'll be ready for concrete. We're gonna pour concrete in here as well as the walkway from the barn to both houses that we've been planning on getting done. Right now it's dry, but in the muddy season it's pretty nasty there. So we wanna get that walkway done. And then also in the stalls. If you remember from past videos, the sand bedding we've been using isn't working very well just because it's making a mess. It is by far the best choice of bedding, but we're gonna put concrete in and then rubber mats. So I've got rubber mats ordered. They should be coming in the next few days. And we're gonna put concrete down first, and we'll lay the mats on top. So the walkway and the stalls, we're gonna pour. And then the next time we're gonna pour the center and the rest of the stalls. I'm only doing 3 because I'm still using them for milking. We'll pour the other 3 stalls, the center here, as well as the new feed alley in front of the new spot where the cows are. If you haven't seen that, you gotta go back a video or 2 because we made a new spot for the cows. All right, so this thing works by, I don't know if you can tell, there's a green line on the building. You can see a green line there. That is being projected by this laser. And this reader picks that up. And so when I get it to the right height, it tells me where that line is. And that's what we're setting this for right now. So I'm gonna stick it on there, and it looks like it's gotta go down a hair. Right there, buddy. No, it's plus or minus, but it's pretty darn close. We got some extra steaks in there because Maddie was helping out, and she stuck a few more in. We appreciate her help, we really do. But we don't need those ones. They're just excess. All right, let's go over here, Chief. We need to go down here too. Don't think I can go down far enough. May have to do some digging there, bud. For whatever reason. It's not off by much. Oh, okay. I'll stand on it and you screw it. Wonderful. Waylon is cutting the tops off. It's got to be perfectly flush so we're ready for the concrete. Make sure they don't stick up at all, yeah? And Finn's got a baby. How's the baby doing? What's the name of that one?
Huh?
What's the name?
Molly. Molly.
Molly. That's Molly. Hi, Molly. Hi. Cute lamb.
It's okay, guys. panic in his face and he didn't know where I said, oh, they're probably in the concrete. Anyway, so he was like all panicked. I was like, no, I already got somebody to move them.
You should know not to mess with people when it's concrete. It's stressful.
Hey, that does a nice job. Is that new tool you got?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, cool.
You got a mortgage to buy this one.
Yeah, right. Oh, get it.
Got the Walt written on it.
Isn't that neat?
Did you buy that in Canada?
I did, yeah.
You can get them here.
I needed one of them for a job there, and so I bought
I don't know if it's as good as that one.
You can buy both here, yeah.
Gold,
I would have liked the
black.
wider one maybe.
You can get gold black. That red one.
Yeah. I needed this one for my brothers.
Oh, okay. Well, if you're going to buy it there, you might
You done
as well
it?
only buy it once.
Okay, you go like this.
Are you in a broom finish? Or?
Yeah.
Oh, man, you're getting like so much sand.
Keep doing that. Go. You got the whole other side to do it. Oh, good job. Keep up the good work.
All the way along,
Afternoon. Normally speaking, I would film before we do the job, but there just was no time. I needed to run into the town and get some things, and Anissa needed some things. When we got back, the truck was here. So the concrete's all done. We've got a new path. I've been wanting to get to the barn here, and now I'm going to re-landscape all this and this. It's awfully muddy here part of the year. So this is a new path. It doesn't go all the way because we don't have enough concrete. The next pour will finish it, and we're going to build their step now onto this for the guest house, and then landscape all of this. So anyway, it turned out real good, I think. Got it nicely edged. When it dries, we will cut in those cracks so they'll become independent pads. And then I gave it a broom finish again because I don't like a slippery path. So I don't. All right, other than that, we also poured in the shop. So we should go take a look at that. Right away too. In here, we've also got the outside perimeter done with concrete. So concrete days are always a bit stressful. There's a lot going on, and it all needs to happen all at once. Now, as the kids get older and get stronger, there's less for me to do and more help, right? But I mean, we've always done things as a family. I don't usually hire anybody, and I've done concrete for years. I've done construction for, I don't know, I think I was 16 when I started. So, and then even before that on the farm, my dad and my brothers and stuff, we poured concrete on the farm as well. So now I teach my boys how to do things. But yeah, obviously there's a size difference as the kids get bigger, and Wes can handle a full man's work, but some of the other ones are a bit small yet. So today I'm very thankful we had Justin helping us. That took a load off. It's nice to be able to share that burden. So it is not a power trowel finish. That's all right. I don't have a power trowel. It's going to be pretty smooth. We're pretty happy with that. It's only 4 inches thick there. We're going to put some controlled cuts in it later. This inside portion will have rebar and be 6 inches thick. And I also want to put in-floor heat in it. So that's why these are here. We can run our in-floor pipes through this back and forth. So I'm going to lay insulation down, rebar, in-floor heating, all in here, as well as a drain in the floor. I really want to have a drain in here so I can pull a tractor or a car in here with the heat from the in-floor heat. It will melt all the snow and stuff off of it, and it'll all run down the drain. So that's next stage. Right now we're getting cleaned up. The other thing we poured, so sand bedding is still the best. A lot of people don't understand that, and they're like, oh no, straw is better. My grandma had straw. Yeah, traditionally most people use straw, but science changes and new technologies develop, new thought patterns emerge, and a lot of studies have been done. And so I actually know people with sand bedding. I don't know how many of you know a large dairy farm. You know, I'm not talking 3-4 cows that grandma has hidden in behind her dasha. I'm talking people who do this for a living. You know, they're milking 100 or 200 or 300 or 400 cows. And a good friend of mine, their barn is set up for 370 cows. They have only sand bedding. And since they switched to sand, their incidences of mastitis and somatic cell count are like really low, almost non-existent. So there's a huge difference. And the reason is because things like straw or sawdust, they're organic materials, and they hold in bacteria as they rot. Sand doesn't. So when a cow lays on clean sand, of course, not sand mixed in with straw or anything else like we have here, but clean sand, there's no bacteria in there for it to grow, and so when the cow lays down, there's no bacteria going into her udder either, and therefore it is the best. It's also a natural substance. It's very comfortable. They love laying on it. If you had straw stalls and sand stalls in the same barn, you will find the cows are preferring the sand stalls. So I'm not making that up. That's just the way it is. Fortunately, this is what ours look like. So they're pulling in their feed into here. Now, I only know one guy who has sand in the tie stall. I wanted to try this because I know sand bedding is the best option, but I don't know anybody who has it in a tie stall. When we went to Canada this last winter, I actually met the first guy, and so he seems to be happy with it. I think he might have a higher curb, also shorter feed. We have hay, cows are pulling it in. They're just making a mess. So now I do have organic matter mixed into my sand. And so now that whole argument of mastitis and somatic cell count doesn't matter anymore, because it'll still build up bacteria. The other problem is that the cows are not using the gutter like they should be. Okay, they're missing it, and so you're also getting poop and pee mixed up in the sand, and that again makes for an unwholesome, unclean thing. So what we've done is poured concrete. This side first, because we need to be able to milk. I can't do all of them. I still need this for milking today. Once this is hard, we will milk the cows in the first 3 stalls here, and then I will pour concrete in those ones. And then I have rubber mats coming to go on top. I don't want my cows on concrete. It's rough on them, it's hard on them, it's not good for them. And we'll be putting a nice cushiony rubber mat on each one for the cows. And then we will be using probably sawdust on top of that to absorb any moisture that happens. Right now the gutter is full. You can see that's because Anissa and Cora washed this. They washed the walls down today, and they washed the floor down today. So everything's nice and clean again. But of course that all ran in the gutter, and the gutter doesn't go anywhere. So that's what I'm going to work on right now, is with a pail or something, I'll have to empty this gutter and throw it all outside. Long term, we'll probably put a pit in here, or this gutter will run all the way out, but we're not there yet. And you know, she suggested digging a trench out here. Well, that's uphill actually, so I mean, it would be an awful lot of digging before this water actually flows. So we'll dig it all out, and then yeah, it's gonna take a little while. Not dig it, I guess, scoop it out. You're gonna help me with that? Since we both just had a shower after doing our concrete job. Good job to get clean again, or dirty again, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right, your questions are important to us, and your comments too. We read a lot of them. Some of them, I mean, some people just make silly comments because they just don't know, or they're trying to be irritable. Some people ask good questions though, because they don't know, and I like that. I think that's great. So it gives me food for thought and helps me explain it. It's one of the reasons why we do this, is because I want you to know more about agriculture. Now, if you grew up in the country and you're watching this and you have a farm, you already know. But there's a lot of people out there who grew up in the city. They have no idea. You know, I hear kids like that. You know, where's milk come from? From the store. Well, milk doesn't come from the store. It starts with good grass to eat, and good cows, and good milking practices, and good environment, and it gets squeezed out clean, you know, gets bottled. There's a whole process involved in it. And I want to teach that process. I want people to understand where their food comes from, not just milk, but eggs, tomatoes, lettuce, potatoes. It doesn't matter what it is. I'm passionate about explaining that because I love agriculture, and everybody eats food. So if we can connect those two, a lot of misunderstandings can be replaced. So don't always look in the comments. There's a lot of people that haven't got a clue. They're making silly comments, and they have no idea what they're talking about. People like myself, my wife, there's lots of other good families out there that do this for a living, are more than happy to answer your questions. Just put them down in there. If we catch them, we will answer them. We also do a question and answer on Boosty. We have a Boosty platform. If you want to support us there, that is a paid platform, but we try to once a month, if the internet works, we try to answer your specific questions. So not generic, but we get more to your specific questions. So if that's something you're interested in, you can find that in the links below in the description here, and you can follow us there as well. And then once a month, we can get to your questions, perhaps, as well. All right, I got to get to shoveling.
Hey darling, can I tell you what's been on my mind? Sick and tired of the 9 to 5 in the city light.